Hi, and welcome to the Story Time. I'm so happy to see you. Continuing our Understanding Money series, today we have come up with the topic of insurance. Do you know what is insurance? I'm sure you would have heard this word many times. You would have heard and seen advertises on motor insurance, health insurance, life insurance, and other kinds of insurance. Do you want to know what insurance is and how is it beneficial to us? I'm going to tell you through a story. Do you want to listen to the story? Come on, let's jump into the story now. The title of the story is One and a Half Stories, and the book looks like this. This is a story of a young girl called Tara. Let me read the blurb for you. Tara wants her mother Janaki to read her a story before going to bed. The story Tara chooses for the night is quite long. Janaki convinces Tara that she would read her only half the story and other half the next day. Tara reluctantly agrees. As the story unfolds, Tara understands a very important real life concept and wonders if she could apply this to safeguard her toys forever. And we know what that concept is, right? It is our insurance. Let's learn further about this by reading the story. So, One and a Half Stories. This story is written by Karthik Rangappa and illustrated by Tarun Andrews. It is one among the books published by Zerodha so that you little children know a little more about money. Tara, it's already 9:30 in the night. You should be in bed now, said Janaki. But Mama, you promised to read me this story, said Tara, holding a brand new storybook her mother had recently bought for her. Tara, this is a long story. I will read you half the story tonight and the other half tomorrow, said Janaki. Tara frowned. Not fair, Mama. You promised to read me the whole story tonight. You need to sleep early. You've got school tomorrow. So half the story tonight and rest tomorrow, said Janaki firmly. Tara settled down in her comfortable bed and Janaki started reading out the story. The storybook was titled Nizam's Third Crown. Long time ago, far away from the princely state of Hyderabad, there lived a highly skilled goldsmith named Kabira. Despite his enormous talent, he struggled to find work. He was left with just 200 gold coins and he was soon running out of it. This had him very worried. One day, Kabira saw his friend Vishnu running hurriedly towards him. He was holding a scroll and looked very excited. As he approached Kabira, he shouted in excitement, Kabira, Kabira, your good days are here, and handed him the scroll. It was a royal scroll issued by the Nizam of Hyderabad. Kabira read the entire message on the scroll. Now Tara asks, what is scroll, Mama? Mama replies, scroll is a rolled paper or a cloth and it usually contains a message. This Nizam was fond of crowns. He had two beautiful crowns and now wanted a third one. So he set out a competition inviting goldsmiths from across the state to make the beautiful crown. The winner of the competition was promised grains, money, land, and other royal riches. Kabira's eyes glittered. I can win this competition, he said enthusiastically. I can craft the best looking crown. I just need to purchase the purest gold, emeralds, rubies, and diamonds. I have about 200 gold coins to buy these, and that should suffice. Suddenly, Vishnu looked very worried. Vishnu, what happened? You look like you've seen a ghost, said Kabir. Kabira, how will you take the crown to Hyderabad? I just realized you will have to carry the crown across the mighty Madhuvan forests, said Vishnu. Of course, I'm aware that I have to cross the Madhuvan to reach Hyderabad, said Kabira. Yes, that is the problem, said Vishnu. Dhaku Man Singh, the notorious bandit, brawls in Madhuvan. He robs innocent travelers. He might just rob you of your crown. Did you know last month Abdul the silk merchant was carrying silk to Hyderabad? Unfortunately, Man Singh robbed him of all his silk. But Gopala was lucky. He was carrying precious stones and he managed to escape the watchful eyes of Man Singh, said Vishnu. Kabira was now extremely worried and said, "Oh, you are right, Vishnu. I'll be doomed if Man Singh robs me." Tara is scared. She says, "Amma, Daku!" Amma says, "Oh, it's just a story, Tara. Let me finish reading it." Let us meet Devi ji. She is smart, rich, and a kind lady. I'm sure she will help me, said Kabira, looking a little hopeful. Devi ji was the godmother of the village. When in trouble, everyone in the village approached her. Janaki says now, "All right, Tara, enough for today. You need to sleep now." "No, Mama, a little more, please, please," says Tara. Vishnu and Kabira immediately set out to meet Deviji. She patiently listens to Kabira's dilemma. Dilemma is confusion. After a long pause, she said, "Man Singh is dangerous. He may have robbed many, but luckily a few have escaped. So there is a chance you might escape too. But Devi ji, I will be spending 200 gold coins to make this regal coin. It is my entire life's earning. I cannot take the risk of being robbed," cried Kabir. Devi ji thought for a while and said, "Well, I can take that risk on your behalf." How is it possible, Devi ji? How can you take that risk?" asked Kabira, curious. She explained, "You pay me 20 gold coins now, and I will insure you." "Insure me? How does that work, Devi ji?" asked Kabir. Devi ji explained. Listen carefully what she says. "Quite simple, Kabira. You pay me 20 gold coins now, and you take the crown to the Nizam. On the way, if you get robbed, then you come back to me and I will give you 20 coins. And if I don't get robbed," asked Kabira, "then I keep the 20 gold coins as a reward for insuring you. After all, if you get robbed, I have promised to give you 200 gold coins," said Devi. This sounds like a fair deal. I don't mind giving you 20 coins now and traveling without any worry, said Kabira, feeling relieved. At this point, half the story was done. Janaki firmly said, "Oh, that's it for today. Tara, sleep time now." But Tara wasn't one bit sleepy. She was in a very chatty mood. "So, Mama, is this insure thing real?" she asked. "Insurance in real life. There are people like Deviji from whom all of us buy insurance from, explained Janaki. What sort of insurance, Mama? Asked Tara. We have car insurance. Suppose something happens to our car, the car insurance people will give us money to get it repaired, said Janaki. And if no damage happens? Asked Tara. Well, then they get to keep the money that we pay them. Just like how Deviji got to keep the 20 gold coins, said Janaki. That's it. There's only car insurance? Asked Tara. No. We also have health insurance. If we get sick and have to be admitted in a hospital, the health insurance people will give us money to get the necessary treatment, explained Janaki. Buying insurance is very important, Tara. It gives us additional money when we need it the most, said Janaki. So, Mama, only car and health insurance is available? Asked Tara curiously. No, Tara, there are many types of insurance like home insurance, life insurance, travel insurance, and many more, said Janaki. Mama, is there any insurance for my toys? Suppose something happens to my toys, will the toy insurance people give us money to buy new set of toys? Asked Tara. Aha, clever girl. There is no toy insurance. You have to sleep now. No more questions on insurance, said Janaki and switched off the bedroom lights. How was the story? Did you like the story? Did you like the story inside the story? How do you think insurance works? Did you get some idea? Go back to your parents and talk to them about what all insurance they have got. Is your house covered under home insurance? Is your car having a car insurance? Do you have a health insurance? Until we meet next time in another story. Tata!